Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ever feel like you're slowly having your soul sucked out through those fluorescent lights at the office?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
today we are diving deep into Pamela Slim's
Yeah.
Escape from Cubicle Nation.
Okay.
We're going to be dissecting a YouTube summary
All right.
with tons of tips on how to ditch the corporate grind
Yes.
and find work that actually lights you up.
It's interesting that you say that because
Yeah.
Slim really emphasizes this idea
Right.
that the traditional corporate structure
Hmm.
is just not built for the way that
Wow.
humans naturally operate.
Right. Like, remember that analogy about the lions in the zoo?
Right.
She makes this point that just because those lions are safe
Yeah.
and they're being fed
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're really thriving.
Exactly. And that really got me thinking about how many people are stuck in these jobs
Yeah.
that offer security but lack
Yeah.
real engagement.
Right.
Purpose. Totally. It's almost as if we've been conditioned to believe
Right.
that success equals climbing the corporate ladder.
Yes.
Even if it means sacrificing our passions and our individuality.
Totally.
Right, like where?
And Slim doesn't shy away from this psychological impact, does she?
No.
She talks about how this conflict between our social self,
Yeah.
the image that we present to the world,
Right.
and our sensual self, our
Yeah.
true desires and values, can actually lead to a lot of
Yeah.
internal turmoil.
It's like we're constantly battling this fear of judgment, the fear of not meeting societal expectations.
For sure.
And that fear can really keep us trapped in
Absolutely.
this cycle of dissatisfaction.
Absolutely. And I think that's why
Yeah.
Slim dedicates a significant portion of her book
Mm-hmm.
to addressing this fear factor
Right.
that holds so many people back
Yeah.
from pursuing their dreams.
Right.
She acknowledges that taking that leap into entrepreneurship
Mm-hmm.
can be
Terrifying.
It can, especially when you're used to that
Yeah.
perceived safety net of a steady paycheck.
it's like we've been told to play it safe,
Totally.
to
Right.
stick with what we know,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's making us miserable.
Yeah. But Slim kind of flips that script
She does.
and argues that true security comes from aligning our work with our passions and values.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to this concept of the sweet spot,
Okay.
which is a
Yeah.
core principle in Escape from Cubicle Nation.
Yeah, I have to admit, when I first heard that term,
Yeah,
I wasn't exactly sure what she meant by that.
sure.
Can you break that down for us a little bit?
Absolutely. So the sweet spot, as Slim defines it,
Okay.
is the intersection of three key elements.
Okay.
What you can be paid for,
Okay.
what you love to do,
All right.
and what you're genetically encoded to do.
So
So it's that
it's that magical space where your skills,
Yeah.
passions, and
market demand
Yeah.
all align.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense. So it's not just about finding something that you enjoy.
Right.
It's about finding something that you're good at,
Yes.
that you're passionate about,
Yes.
and that people are actually willing to pay you for.
Exactly.
Okay.
And finding that sweet spot can be a journey
Right.
of self-discovery,
Mhm.
experimentation,
Mhm.
and let's be honest,
Yeah.
a fair amount of trial and error.
Right. But Slim argues that even the missteps along the way
Totally.
can be valuable learning experiences.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She encourages a mindset of experimentation,
Mm-hmm.
of being willing to try things out,
Yeah.
get feedback,
Right.
and adjust course as needed.
Right.
And she uses this great analogy of selling cookies
Oh, yeah. Love that.
to illustrate this point.
Yeah.
She basically says if you want to start a cookie business,
Right.
don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Just bake a batch, set up a table,
Mm-hmm.
and see if people buy them.
Right. It's about taking action,
Exactly.
even if it's imperfect action.
Yeah.
Just putting yourself out there.
And that simple act can reveal a lot
Right.
about your target audience,
Yeah.
your pricing strategy,
Mm.
and even your own level of commitment
Right.
to the idea.
It's like she's saying, don't let fear paralyze you.
Right.
Just start somewhere,
Yeah.
and the path will reveal itself as you go.
I think that's a powerful message,
It is.
especially in today's world,
Yeah.
where we're constantly bombarded with information,
Mm-hmm.
advice.
Too much.
It's easy to get caught up in analysis paralysis.
So true.
But Slim reminds us that sometimes the best way to learn is
Right.
by doing.
And I think that leads perfectly into the next concept from this summary,
Okay.
the importance of the corporate detox.
Ah, yes, the corporate detox.
Yes.
Now, this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
Slim argues that before we can fully embrace our entrepreneurial potential,
Okay.
we need to cleanse ourselves of the toxins that we've absorbed from the corporate world.
So it's not just about quitting our jobs, it's about shifting our mindset
Right.
and habits.
Exactly. It's about becoming aware
Okay.
of the ways in which our corporate environments
Yeah.
might be draining our energy
Mm-hmm.
and stifling our creativity,
Right.
and then taking intentional steps to counteract
Yeah.
those negative influences.
So like maybe instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media during our lunch break,
Right.
we could go for a walk in nature.
Yeah.
Or try a quick meditation.
Exactly. Or maybe instead of relying on caffeine
Yeah.
to power through that afternoon slump,
Yeah.
we could experiment with some healthier alternatives.
Right.
Like a nutritious snack.
Yeah.
Or some light stretching.
It's about reclaiming our energy
Yes.
and focus so we have more mental and emotional bandwidth
Right.
to devote to our passions and dreams.
Right. And a key part of that detox process
Okay.
involves tuning into our body's signals. Slim points out that our bodies are constantly sending us messages
Right.
about our well-being,
Yeah.
but we often ignore them,
Yeah, we do.
especially when we're caught up in the hustle and bustle of corporate life.
Oh, I totally relate to that.
Right.
How many times have we pushed through that fatigue or stress, telling ourselves, I'll rest when this project is done?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's when those unhealthy coping mechanisms start to creep in.
Right.
Like
overeating.
excessive caffeine consumption.
Yeah.
Zoning out in front of the TV.
Exactly.
Oh,
Slim emphasizes the importance of recognizing these patterns
Yeah.
and replacing them with healthier alternatives.
So it's about being mindful of our physical
Absolutely.
and emotional needs and prioritizing self-care.
Yes.
Even if it means making small adjustments
You
to our daily routines.
Absolutely. And those small adjustments can have a ripple effect,
Right.
leading to
Yeah.
increased energy,
Mm-hmm.
improved focus.
Yeah. And a greater sense of well-being overall.
It's like we're clearing out the mental and emotional clutter
Yes.
to create space for inspiration and creativity to flow in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this concept of corporate detox
Right.
so crucial.
Yeah.
It's not just about escaping the physical cubicle.
Mm-hmm.
It's about escaping the mental and emotional constraints
Yeah.
that have been holding us back from pursuing our true potential.
I love that.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the need for a corporate detox.
Yeah.
But what does that actually look like in practice? Are we talking about like going off the grid and living in a yurt?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
Though that does sound appealing sometimes, doesn't it?
it does.
What's fascinating about this concept
Yeah.
is that it's much more about awareness
Okay.
and intentionality
Mm-hmm.
than drastic lifestyle changes.
Okay.
Slim encourages us to pay attention to the subtle ways
Yeah.
in which our work environments might be draining our energy
Okay.
and stifling our creative spirit.
So give us some examples.
Okay.
What are some of those subtle toxins that we might not even be aware of?
Well, it could be something as simple as
Okay.
the constant barrage of emails and notifications
Oh, yeah.
that keep us in a state of
Right.
low-grade stress
Yes.
and distraction.
Definitely.
Or it could be the endless meetings
Oh, yeah.
that suck up our time
Yes.
and prevent us from focusing on deep work.
Oh, yeah. Those back-to-back meetings are definitely a creativity killer.
Right.
And I think there's also this unspoken pressure
Yeah.
in many corporate cultures
Mm-hmm.
to always be
Yes.
to be available and responsive 24/7.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That constant connectivity can really blur the lines
Right.
between work life
Yeah.
and personal life,
Totally.
leaving us feeling depleted
Mm-hmm.
and unable to fully recharge.
It's like we're never truly off the clock,
Yeah.
even when we're physically away from the office.
Exactly.
Oh.
And that's why Slim emphasizes
Yeah.
the importance of setting boundaries.
Okay.
She encourages us to carve out time for ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
for activities that nourish our minds and
Right.
bodies
Right.
and help us reconnect with our
Yeah.
creative spark.
So we're talking about things like exercise,
Right.
meditation,
Yes.
spending time in nature,
Mhm.
pursuing hobbies.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's about making a conscious effort
Right.
to step away from the demands of work
Yeah.
and engage in activities that bring us joy
Mm-hmm.
and help us recharge.
But it's not always easy to prioritize those things, is it?
That's true.
Especially when we're feeling overwhelmed or stressed.
And that's why Slim suggests incorporating some simple mindfulness techniques
Okay.
into our daily routines.
Right.
Even just taking a few minutes each day
Yeah.
to focus on our breath,
Right.
to be fully present in the moment,
Yeah.
can make a huge difference.
So it's about training our minds to be more aware of our thoughts,
Exactly.
our feelings,
Yes.
and our bodily sensations.
And our bodily sensations.
So that we can better recognize when
Yeah.
we're starting to feel stressed or depleted
Right.
and take steps to counteract those feelings.
Exactly. And one of the most powerful mindfulness techniques
Okay.
Slim recommends is Julia Cameron's
Okay.
morning pages exercise.
I've heard of that.
Have you ever tried it?
I haven't actually done it.
Okay.
What does that involve?
It's really quite simple.
Okay.
Every morning you sit down and you write 3 pages,
Okay.
a stream of consciousness writing.
Oh, wow.
You just let whatever thoughts and feelings are present
Okay.
just flow out onto the page
Yeah.
without judgment or censorship.
So it's like a brain dump, but on paper?
Exactly.
Okay.
And what's amazing about this practice
Yeah.
is that it helps to clear out the mental clutter
Right.
and make space for new ideas
Yeah.
and insights to emerge.
I can see how that would be helpful,
Right.
especially for people who are feeling creatively blocked or stuck in a rut.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not just for creative types either.
Oh, okay.
Morning pages can be beneficial for anyone
Okay.
who wants to cultivate greater self-awareness,
Mm-hmm.
process emotions,
Right.
and unlock their creative potential.
Okay. I'm definitely adding that to my list of things to try.
Good.
So we've talked about mindfulness techniques
Yeah.
and setting boundaries as part of this corporate detox.
Right.
What are some other practical tips that Slim offers?
Well, she also emphasizes the importance of paying attention
Okay.
to our physical health.
Okay.
She suggests things like getting enough sleep, eating a nutritious diet,
Yeah.
and incorporating regular exercise into our routines.
It's easy to neglect those basic needs when we're caught up in the demands of work, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Slim reminds us that our physical health
Mm-hmm.
is the foundation for everything else.
Right.
When we're feeling energized and well-rested,
Mm-hmm.
we're better equipped to handle stress,
Right.
make clear decisions, and tap into our creative energy.
So it's all connected.
It is.
Our physical health, our mental well-being, our
Yeah.
ability to thrive in our work and in our lives.
Precisely. And that brings us back to the concept of the sweet spot.
Okay.
Remember we talked about this earlier?
We did.
It's about finding that intersection
Uh-huh.
of what we're good at,
Right.
what we love,
Yeah.
and what the market demands.
But how do we actually go about identifying our sweet spot?
Right.
It sounds great in theory,
Sure.
but it can feel pretty elusive in practice.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not always a straightforward process.
Right.
But Slim offers some
Okay.
practical advice.
Okay.
She suggests starting by reflecting on our past experiences,
Okay.
both personal and professional.
All right.
What activities have we enjoyed the most?
Mm-hmm.
What skills come naturally to us?
Yeah.
What kind of impact do we want to make in the world?
So it's about really taking the time to get to know ourselves.
It is.
Yeah. To understand our values.
Yes,
Our strengths.
our strengths.
Aspirations.
Exactly. And it's also about paying attention
Okay.
to what other people say about it.
Oh, okay.
What do they compliment us on?
Yeah.
What do they ask for our help with?
Sometimes it's easier to see our own strengths and talents through the eyes of others.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And once we've gathered some insights
Okay.
from self-reflection
Mm-hmm.
and feedback from others,
Yeah.
Slim suggests brainstorming,
Okay.
a list of potential business ideas
Right.
or career paths
Okay.
that align with those insights.
So we're talking about literally writing down any and all ideas that come to mind,
Yes,
even if they seem crazy or impractical.
exactly. The goal is to generate
Yeah.
as many possibilities as possible
Yeah.
without judgment or self-censorship.
It's about giving ourselves permission to dream big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to explore different avenues without feeling constrained
Right.
by practicality or feasibility at this stage.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And once we have a list of potential ideas,
Okay.
Slim encourages us to start testing them out
Okay.
in the real world.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's all about experimentation
Yeah, right.
and iteration.
Right. It's about taking those small but consistent steps
Yes.
to validate our ideas
Yeah.
and gather feedback.
And speaking of validation,
Okay.
Slim highlights the importance
Okay.
of identifying our ideal customer
Okay.
or client.
Right.
She encourages us to ask ourselves,
Mm.
who are we trying to reach?
Right.
What are their needs and desires?
Yeah.
What problems are we solving for them?
That's so important because if we don't have a clear understanding of our target audience,
Right.
we're essentially shooting in the dark.
Exactly. And understanding our target audience helps us to refine our messaging,
Mm-hmm.
our marketing strategies,
Mhm.
and even our product or
Mhm.
service offering.
It's about making sure that we're creating something.
that people actually want
Yes,
and are willing to pay for.
precisely.
Right.
And that brings us to another crucial aspect of finding our sweet spot,
Oh,
identifying our unique
right.
value proposition.
Okay.
What sets us apart from the competition?
Right.
What special skills,
Mm-hmm.
knowledge,
Yeah.
or perspective
Yeah.
do we bring to the table?
It's about figuring out what makes us stand out
It is
Yeah.
in a crowded
in
marketplace.
a crowded marketplace.
Exactly. And Slim encourages us to think beyond our technical skills
Okay.
and consider our personality,
Wow.
our values,
Yeah.
and our unique life experiences.
So it's about embracing our individuality.
It is.
Yeah.
And letting that shine through in our work.
And that's what makes this journey of escaping Cubicle Nation so exciting.
Yes.
It's about more than just finding a new job.
Right.
It's about creating a work life that's authentically aligned with who we are
Absolutely.
and what we care about.
Okay, so we've done the soul searching.
Right.
We've detoxed from the corporate grind.
Yeah.
We've got a pretty good idea of what our sweet spot might be.
Okay.
But now comes the really scary part, right?
Yeah.
Actually taking the leap.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
That's where the rubber meets the road.
Right.
But remember, escape from Cubicle Nation
Mm-hmm.
isn't just about fantasizing about freedom.
Right.
It's about having a plan.
So where do we even begin? I mean, the thought of quitting my job
Yeah.
and launching my own business
Right.
feels both exhilarating and terrifying.
I think that's a perfectly normal reaction.
Yeah.
And Slim addresses this head on.
Okay.
She emphasizes the importance of taking small,
Okay.
calculated risks
Mm-hmm.
rather than making rash decisions. It's not about throwing caution to the wind.
Right.
It's about being strategic
Yeah.
and building a solid foundation for your escape.
So like maybe starting a side hustle
Exactly.
while we're still working our day jobs
That's a great way.
to gain experience,
Right.
build confidence,
Mhm.
and start generating some income
Yeah.
without putting all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
And Slim offers some really practical advice
Sure.
on how to manage a side hustle
Yeah.
while still meeting your current work commitments.
I'm all ears because time management is definitely not my strong suit.
Well, Slim emphasizes the importance of being ruthless
Okay.
with your time.
Okay.
She encourages us to identify and eliminate time-wasting activities,
Mm-hmm.
delegate tasks whenever possible,
Right.
and to set clear boundaries between work time
Yeah.
and personal time.
It's about being intentional with how we spend our time, right?
Precisely.
Making sure that we're prioritizing the activities that are truly important
Yeah.
to us both personally and professionally.
And Slim also suggests experimenting
Oh.
with different time management techniques
Right.
to see what works best for you.
Hmm.
Some people thrive on structure and routine,
Yeah.
while others prefer a more flexible approach. So it's about finding a system that fits your personality
And your
For-
lifestyle.
And Slim encourages us to view time management
Okay.
as an ongoing experiment,
Mm-hmm.
to be willing to adjust and adapt as needed.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's say we've got our side hustle up and running.
Okay.
We're feeling pretty good about our sweet spot.
Right.
And we're ready to take the plunge and make it our full-time gig.
Right.
What advice does Slim offer for actually launching a business?
Well, she emphasizes the importance of starting small
Okay.
and testing your ideas in the real world
Right.
before investing a lot of time and money.
Okay.
Remember the example of TiWiki?
Oh, yeah, the online wiki platform
Yeah.
that was created in less than 48 hours.
Exactly.
Wow.
They launched a very basic version of their product
Mm-hmm.
and then let users shape its development
Right.
through feedback and collaboration.
Wow.
It's a great example of the power of embracing
Yeah.
a minimum viable product approach. So it's about getting something out there quickly, even if it's not perfect,
Yes.
and then iterating based on feedback
Exactly.
from real users.
And that approach can be applied to any type of business.
Okay.
Whether you're creating a physical product, offering a service,
Right.
or developing an online platform.
It's about being agile,
Yes,
adaptable,
So adaptable,
and
yeah.
responsive to market demands.
absolutely.
Okay.
And Slim also highlights the importance
Oh.
of building a strong support network,
Right.
surrounding yourself with people who believe in your vision,
Mm,
who can offer guidance
yeah.
and encouragement,
Right.
and who can hold you accountable.
It's like having your own personal cheering squad,
Right.
but also a team of advisors
An advisor.
to help you navigate the inevitable challenges that
Yes.
come with starting a business.
Exactly. And that support network can include mentors,
Mm-hmm.
business coaches,
Yeah.
fellow entrepreneurs,
Right.
family members,
Yeah.
friends, anyone who can offer valuable insights
Right.
and perspectives.
And I imagine that network can also be a source of referrals
Absolutely.
and potential clients or customers.
Networking is a crucial part
Right.
of building any successful business.
Yeah.
Slim encourages us to attend industry events,
Mm.
join online communities,
Right.
and connect with people who can help us spread the word
Yeah.
about our products or services.
It's about building relationships, right?
Precisely.
And creating a community around your brand.
And Slim reminds us that building a business is a marathon,
Right.
not a sprint.
It is.
There will be ups and downs,
Yeah.
challenges and setbacks.
It's true.
But if you're passionate about your work,
Mm-hmm.
if you're committed to your vision,
Right.
and if you have a strong support system in place,
Yeah.
you can weather those storms
Right.
and achieve your goals.
It's about perseverance,
Yes.
resilience,
Resilience.
and a willingness to learn and grow along the way.
Exactly. And that's what I find so inspiring
Right.
about Escape from Cubicle Nation.
Mhm.
It's not just a guide to starting a business.
Right.
It's a guide to living a more fulfilling and meaningful life.
It is.
It's about reclaiming your time,
Yeah.
your energy, and
Yeah.
your creative spirit.
Right.
It's about aligning your work with your passions and values.
Totally.
And it's about creating a life that is truly your own.
I love that. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What's one small step our listeners can take today
Yeah.
to start moving towards their own escape from Cubicle Nation?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing is to simply start.
Yeah.
Take some time to reflect on what you truly want,
Mm-hmm.
what you're good at,
Yeah.
and what the world needs.
Right.
Then brainstorm some ideas,
Okay.
even if they seem crazy or impractical.
Right.
And finally, take one small action step
Okay.
towards making one of those ideas a reality.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as researching a potential market,
Okay.
reaching out to a mentor,
Yeah.
or creating a basic prototype.
Mm.
The key is to start somewhere
Right.
and to keep moving forward one step at a time.
So it's about taking that first step, even if it's a small one,
Yeah.
and trusting that the path will unfold as you go.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to do it alone.
Right.
There are so many resources available
Yeah.
to support you on your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to your network.
Yeah.
Connect with other entrepreneurs.
Right.
Seek out guidance from mentors and coaches.
And remember, we're here to support you too.
Of course.
We'd love to hear about your escape plans,
Yes,
your challenges and your triumphs.
for sure.
Share your thoughts and questions with us.
Yeah,
And let's keep this conversation going.
absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive
Yeah.
into Escape from Cubicle Nation.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you found it inspiring and empowering.
It is.
And remember,
Yeah.
the cubicle walls are meant to be broken.
They are.
So go out there and create the work life of your dreams.
Until next time, keep dreaming big.
Yes,
Keep experimenting.
keep experimenting.
And keep pushing those cubicle walls down.
Absolutely.